Hey guys, I hope you're all having an awesome day. So I wanted to just do a quick check-in. I know that the energy has been kind of chaotic right now, and I've noticed some patterns over the weekend, even today's Monday, just in case it doesn't post on Monday today, where people's energies are kind of chaotic and all over the place. So we do have a lot coming in right now. What Spirit had told me, as I was as I was driving, Spirit was giving me some messages to give you guys, just to do the reading real quick. And basically it was like, if you're feeling this pressure energy or you're feeling like this very imbalanced, like chaotic energy, it's because you're being put under pressure to release certain energies and certain traumas, certain feelings, certain things that you need to release that aren't for your highest good. They also wanted me to tell everybody that we're all in different cycles right now. So you might be seeing somebody in their winning season, somebody in their hard, season. So we're all in different cycles right now. Just honor wherever you are. Listen to your body, okay? Like especially with eating lately, is make sure you're eating like what your body is needing, and not just like overeating or like just eating like a bunch of garbage. Like honoring like what your body is needing and eating like that. If your body is needing rest, do not feel bad about resting. Rest. I've been going through cycles throughout the day actually where I'm like really exhausted, and I'm like, I'll go like lay down, or like really anxious, I'll go like lay down, put some crystals on my body, some binaural beats, and then I get really like a lot of energy and a lot of stuff. So then I'll start doing certain things that I had to get done and stuff like that. So the energy is fluctuating for everybody. There's a lot of balance coming. Spirit specifically is saying pay attention to the animal signs you're seeing, and the number specifically, they're giving you a lot of messages, a lot of guidance with that. They're bringing up a lot of memories, they're bringing up a lot of emotions, they're bringing up a lot of different pieces of the puzzle to give you clarity and to help you clearing this energy and to bring awareness to it. Some of you guys are at the end of a big cycle. Some of you are not. So obviously use your discernment. Anything I say, it's a general reading. If it does not apply to you, do not make it apply to you. If it applies to you, great. If not, it doesn't apply to you. If you want a private reading and you want something very directed at you, send me a message. We could do that. But I don't know why Spirit is emphasizing that, because I feel like maybe we're going to pull some cards that have to do with something and they don't want everybody taking it. There is a big emphasis right now on relationships and changes in relationships. So seeing our part in relationships, other people's part in relationships, and moving away from ones that are not of highest love and light and are not for our highest good, ones that are not supportive, ones that are not loving, ones that it's not a balance and reciprocation. It's like a give or take or vice versa. A lot of boundary, codependency, communication, that type of stuff is really being highlighted right now, but also self-love and confidence, where you're taking your power back and you're giving it up to people. So there's a lot of changes, and when that happens, it's like you might be feeling just very chaotic energy where it's very imbalanced, like where 1 minute you're like good, then a few minutes later, a few hours later, you're crying or you're feeling sad or you're feeling tired, and then like a little while later, whatever. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not going crazy. We have like intense energies going on. 2 weeks ago, like literally 2 weeks ago, starting today, we had solar storms for like almost a whole week. We had the super full moon, we had an eclipse, we have Mercury in retrograde, we have all kinds of shifts going on. We're in freaking Gemini season. We have so much stuff going on. So just be patient with yourself, okay? Be patient with yourself. There's a lot going on. Whatever you need to do to feel better or to feel more comfortable or to feel more empowered, feel safer, do it. One of the best things I would say to do, affirmations when you're feeling like shit. I don't mean like you need to be positive, but I'm saying if you're feeling like fearful, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling worried, you're feeling stressed, like reminding yourself like, I'm safe, I'm okay. Even though I'm feeling uncomfortable right now, this is for my highest good. Everything's happening for a reason. Saying a prayer and asking, your spirit team, whoever you pray to, hey, can you guys guide me and help me feel empowered, help me feel confident, help me feel like more comfortable in this discomfort, in this unknown, in these fears, helping me understand them and work through them and giving me clarity. Like whatever is going on with you, just ask for guidance, ask them for help, and whatever you need to do for you. A lot of inner child healing is coming up. A lot of ego and inner child is coming up right now. This is what Spirit's saying. So definitely make sure you're hearing the difference between this is what I want versus this is an inner child trauma or unmet need, inner child unmet need that I'm seeking out and I'm reacting because of that. So be really conscious of your communication with people too. Don't react out of stuff. Don't say shit that you're gonna regret saying. Like, take some time to step back before you send a message, before you do a phone call, before you say some shit. Like, that words cannot be unsaid, and sometimes that shit like literally lingers and lasts for a long time. So be really conscious with your communication at this time. Okay, let's see what we got from Spirit. Transformation is the first one that came out. The healing light. And really pay attention to the numbers you're seeing. Really strongly pay attention to the numbers you're seeing, because they're giving you guidance with the numbers to let you kind of know what cycle you're in. So I will briefly tell you, if you're seeing 111, that is new beginnings. If you're seeing 1111, which a lot of people do, that's usually some type of spiritual awakening, or like spirit's trying to get your message, like pay attention, pay attention. So when you're seeing it, like see what you're thinking about or what's kind of going on, and see if you can figure out the message. 22 a lot of times to me is about like duality, is about like feminine, masculine, but it's also about reciprocity. It's about like your spiritual guidance and path. 33 to me is mind, body, spirit balance, like bringing balance to some area. So you're either underdoing something or overdoing something, whatever. 44 is like your angels are with you, your spirit team's with you, they're guiding you, they're protecting you, you're safe. 55 is letting go, releasing, things like that. 66 is like home, love, family life. 77 is like following your spiritual path, spiritual intuition, psychic abilities, things of that nature. 88 is like abundance, finances, that type of stuff. Abundance doesn't always mean finances, but finances, abundance, that type of stuff. And 99 is about like closures, ending cycles. So if you see any of those numbers paired together, it can, you know, be significant for you that way. If you have different number meanings for you, then that, you know, could be a different number meaning for you. For me, that's what they mean. So, you know, they mean different things to different people. Just like, you know, if you ask like one person what, and we got 58 twice. Okay, actually we have 5826, 5822. Okay. But if you ask somebody like what a number, new beginnings on the bottom. If you ask somebody like what a number means to them or what a spirit animal means to them, it might mean different things to different people. So, you know, if that doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate. What is the card in the middle? Fragmented energy, pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, like the cards just kind of split like that. So yeah, some of you guys are in this very like emotional period. Some of it seems like really it doesn't make sense, like where it's like you're feeling one way but then you're feeling another way, and it's just like very confusing, like where you might just be really confused about like what you're even feeling, because like you feel one way about a person or a situation like 1 minute, and then hours later it feels different, and then it feels different again. So just let it flow. That's the best advice I could give you. Don't hold on to it. Let it flow. Just let it flow, okay? Whatever you know is true, you know is true, but just let it flow, whatever the word. Because a lot of times we have those thoughts that come up, or we have those fears that come up, and they come up in odd roundabout ways. Even in our dreams lately, they come out. So, okay, we got transformation, healing light, family, playing it safe. Back and forth, creative endeavor, your higher self, planning and action. Okay. And so 58 to me is 5 is like letting go, releasing, and 8, so abundance, finances, that type of stuff. So this might be reflecting and looking at, you know, how you spend money or how you think about money, how you save money, that type of stuff. It also could be letting go of ideas and attachments about how you're going to make money or how you should do it or things like that, like letting energy flow in and messages flow in, and not needing to try to figure it all out at once. I mean, like I said, we're going through a huge cycle. A lot of us are having endings coming. So when that happens, like there's a lot of pressure to make changes and things. They don't always feel great when we make some of those changes, but if they're necessary for your highest good, then they're necessary for your highest good, and it's going to catapult you to where you need to be. But spirit is like guiding you. Spirit is helping you. A lot of you, this is childhood wounds, like I said earlier. Like a lot of this is like childhood stuff coming up, the inner child's healing coming up. And spirit is saying like you don't need to guard yourself. Like let these emotions come up, let these feelings come up. They're coming up to heal. For some of you, it's like you're guarding your feelings, or you're guarding like what you truly want to say. and truly want to feel like you're guarding that. And it's something that you learned within your family is what I'm getting. Some of you know that there's tough decisions that you have to make and you're choosing not to make them. They're like some of you guys are just like waiting for spirit to like do it for you. Yeah, some of you are gonna have to do it. Like, like if you know you need to do it, you need to do it. Like you can't just wait for shit to fall apart. Like you need to stand up for yourself and make that choice. And if that's part of your lesson and that's part of something you need to grow and learn, they might, you know, pull it apart for you, but you're gonna be in another fucking cycle with the same lesson. So, you know, if you're having a really difficult time or you're really uncertain about it, obviously I would say don't do it at this time if you're really unsure. But if you are fully aware, you have full clarity, like you've been thinking about it for a while, you know this shit ain't for you anymore, like what are you still doing there? Like what are you still making the same choice for? Like make a different choice. Like it feels like people who just keep going, and we have the back and forth card, it's like I keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's like, but nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. So somebody needs to step forward and make a fucking change and make a choice. And if somebody's not doing that, then you're just going to keep going back and forth in the same cycle. Some of you, it feels like this has to do with like a relationship. Some of you, 11 relationship. Some of you guys, this feels like it has to do with like a situation where it's like you want to move forward, like with a change in your life. This could have to do with like a career or something, especially with creative endeavor. It could have something to do with a career. It could have something to do with like a passion. But it's like you're worried about like the money aspect, or you're worried about like what people are going to think. Like say you want to do like music, right? Especially because we have the there's a violin, right? Yeah. We have like the violin there, or even drawing, photography, right? Say you're wanting to go do some creative endeavor like that, but then you're like, well, what if it's not successful? What if, you know, my family judges me like that's not a real job? What if society's like that's not a real job? What if, all these what ifs, and you're going back and forth in that. This is what it is. You need to listen, and this is 22. What did I tell you? This is, you need to listen to you. You need to not make choices based on what other people tell you should and shouldn't do. This is you listening to your heart. What is it that you desire? What is it that you want? What is your soul calling to you? And I love how she's got that like little shit smirk on her face. Like she looks like she knows some shit, right? But it's like you listening to your higher self and you listening to your inner knowing and what you want, and you taking action on that. Only you know the path that you're supposed to take. Spirit does too, obviously. But I mean, you know, somebody else can tell you whatever you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. And so whatever this is that you are going back and forth on, if you drop into your intuition and you drop into your soul energy, your heart center, you're going to understand, and you're going to start seeing some of the pieces of like where you need to go and what you need to do. Some of you, Spirit is saying like we have you blocked from seeing the full path, and there's a reason for that, and it's because you don't need to know. Like you need to release control, new beginnings. Some of you guys, this might be babies because there's a lot of babies in here, but like you don't need to know everything. So like part of that is releasing control of that. Like they're helping you see just the step right in front of you, like the little baby step right in front of you. And they're going to keep giving you the little baby steps in front of you to help you move forward with that, rather than having to make like a giant leap. So it's almost like if you're supposed to do some really big thing, well, I'm just going to give you an example. Say you're supposed to do some really big thing, right? Some big event, some big spectacular thing. If you see that, you might run the fuck away. You might, go run and hide and whatever, all the anxiety, and then it gets overwhelming, so you don't want to do anything. So some of you, it's a situation like that where Spirit's just kind of baby stepping you like along the way and not really showing you what's in front of you, because they want you to see you have the fucking power and you have all of this within you to actually do the other thing. Where some of you, it is like relationship stuff, but it mostly doesn't feel relationship. It mostly feels like some type of like spiritual like passion, or something that really calls to your soul, something that you would really like enjoy doing. That they're not really giving me too much, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, let's see what final messages we have. 2 of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing a problem, finding a compromise. So some of you guys, this is very much like the back and forth card. And I told you like 2 is about like duality, balancing masculine and feminine energy, reciprocity. So we have a lot of 2s that came out, and we also have the 2 of Michael, finding a compromise. So this is like working together. I'm going to pull all the cards, but for some of you, this is like stop butting heads with people and working together as like a team. Like you don't need to do everything on your own, and you also don't need to be in control of everything either. Okay. Wow. Just be mindful of what you're saying to people. We got that before I pulled the cards. Being mindful of what you're saying to people, how you're communicating with people. Like if you're butting heads with somebody, you need to step back and take a few minutes to catch your breath and see, what is it I'm upset about? Is this an inner child's wound? Is this a trauma? Is there something like this? Or is this something that genuinely bothers me? And that's not to say your feelings aren't valid. Your feelings are very valid, regardless if it's a trauma or it's not a trauma. Your feelings are valid. But the way you're responding to it, is it something that you can actually calm down on your own? Is it something that is internal within you that you need to heal, and you're just kind of projecting it out on the other person? Or like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like that. So introspection and reflection. So we got 10 of Ariel. There is so much to be grateful for: financial success and a promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. And we got the 58. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, we got 2 of Michael, King of Gabriel, 9 of Raphael, Ace of Raphael. I feel like we keep getting Ace of Raphael a lot. Strength, Epiphany, which we keep getting Epiphany. 8 of Raphael and Justice, and here's 88 again. So yeah. Whatever this is that you're trying to decide on, that you keep like going back and forth on, that you're really indecisive with, we got that message twice now, is look at the bigger picture. That's literally what this is making a solid decision and looking at the bigger picture. Because some of you guys are playing it safe. This feels very much like the same message. You're playing it safe. You're really scared to make a choice and step forward. And it's almost like it's almost like you're trying to overthink it rather than just allow the message to come in, like what needs to come in. Like you have the strength to do this, okay? We got the strength and the Epiphany card right underneath it. You have the strength to do this and to do what's right for you. If you are doing what is right for you, no matter what else is going on, if you are making a choice that is best for you, then you are making the right choice, okay? Even if it is hard as fuck to do, you're still making the right choice. I will tell you, I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but a few weeks ago I had to make that choice, and today I had to do the same thing, and I cannot even, it took me, yesterday I realized I needed to do it, and I was like, I'm not ready to fucking do it yesterday, and so I woke up, I prayed about it this morning, and I was like, I have to do this. Like, and it was probably like one of the hardest things I've actually had to do. Yeah, I'm still grieving it. I'm still processing it. That's why I went and did what I went and did, so I could like relax, have a nice drive, listen to some music, process my feelings and stuff. It's hard, but if it's for your highest good and it's what's best for you and it's going to bring you peace and resolution, then you need to do it, okay? Like if you're feeling very conflicted, like just try to go within and what's going to make you happy. Okay, so we have 9 of Raphael and Ace of Raphael. You're manifesting something, like Spirit's saying, like you don't even need to make a wish, like you're manifesting something. All the hard work that you've been doing is actually bringing you this manifestation forward, and it's going to be something new, something positive, something great. It feels like some of you this is not going to be for everybody, but it feels like some of you have to make this choice and leave the past in the past and leave that behind you, and the old way of thinking, the old way of living, the old way of being, the old relationships, all that, to allow this forward. Because if you have the old, how are you going to have the new with it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be what you want it to be. So yeah, I don't know why they just said this to me, but I posted this on my stories earlier today by Mark Groves. And wait, no, wrong. I posted it by Jake Woodard. I follow both of them. I posted it by Jake Woodard, and he was talking about the masculine, feminine energy, and the feminine testing the masculine, but not testing like you know, like the girl testing, like I'm not gonna be mad at you, go do that to see what he does. Not that type of shit. More so, what he was talking about, somebody needs to hear this for some reason. What he was talking about was the masculine is supposed to be the stability. The masculine is supposed to be consistent and all of these other things. And so if you have a stool, you know, the analogy of a man, masculine, you have a stool that's unsteady and wobbly, the feminine's not going to step on that. She's not going to feel safe. So she's going to go get her own fucking masculine stool to step on, to feel fucking safe on, because she's not trusting the masculine. Okay. So for whoever needs to hear it, the video is like 4 minutes. It's so great. Go watch it. If it's past, you know, the 24 hours, like when I posted the stories on my Instagram and Facebook, go to, Jake Woodard. It's like _ Jake Woodard. I barely follow anybody on my Instagram. I think I follow like 30 something people. He's one of them. So go, you can find it, Jake Woodard. You'll see it. And he posts really good shit. So does Mark Groves, Create the Love, posts really fucking excellent stuff too. Both of them talk about a lot of masculine, feminine energy and really helpful stuff. So anyway, whoever needed that. It feels like, yeah, some of you guys are going to have to make that decision, but you're already manifesting. Like, even though the thing that you're holding out for or wanting isn't here right now, like you're in the process of like working toward it. You just aren't seeing that. Like Spirit's saying, you're just not seeing that because you're not seeing the work that you're doing. So think about like who you were a year ago, right? Think about like 5 major things that you've changed in your life. The way you handle situations, the way you process situations, you're taking more time for yourself, the way you're thinking about yourself, you're giving yourself more love and affection. Like what things have you changed in the last 6 months that is like for your highest good? This is bringing you this manifestation, that happy home life, like all of these good things, and this new emotional situation. Like something really positive is coming for you guys. And I love this because Archangel Raphael is very heart-centered archangel, and so to me that's like a beautiful thing. It's like something very heart-centered. I mean, Ace of Raphael literally says a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So if that doesn't give you some type of like positivity, you know. So we have strength and epiphany. And we have 8 of Raphael and justice. Okay, so I'm going to try to hold these together because they're all going together. So Spirit wants you to know that you do have the strength for everything you're going through. A lot of you guys are on a spiritual journey right now. It feels very different because you're either ending something and you're seeing like changes you need to make. People around you are changing. That's changing you. Things like that. Some of you are about to go on a new spiritual journey. So like you're closing out a cycle, which can be really scary, but there's a lot of balance that's coming in this new cycle. Like this is going to be a really good cycle where it's like this like finding love within yourself, like this truth, this like soul truth within you is what I'm getting from Spirit. And there's a lot of balance that is coming to you in this journey. But they want you to know that you have the strength to get through this, like especially 22, especially like the really difficult times. You have a lot of strength, and they want you to have compassion for yourself. They want you to have the courage to move forward. They want you to know that you can actually move forward. Like it's okay if you're scared, like they're there, they got your back, like it's okay. Try to just keep moving forward. Try your hardest to just keep moving forward. If you need to take a break, then take a break. Whatever you need to do. If, you know, the fucking purging is too much, the energy is too much, go fucking take a nap. Go, you know, out for a walk. Go, you know, distract yourself doing something that makes you happy. Like whatever you need to do. But just know that like you don't do that regularly. Don't keep doing that. Like you should definitely deal with your shit. But if you need a break from it, like tell them like I need a fucking break. Like this is just too much. You know what I mean? And then just go do something for you. You should kind of do shit for you anyway, but you understand the point. But you are going to get a lot of epiphanies. You're going to get a lot of downloads. What I'm also getting is for some of you guys who are ending the really long cycles and the really tough cycles that you didn't even know you were in, there's going to be a lot of like spiritual messages and spiritual insight that is coming from this. And they're going to show you a lot of the reasons why you went through what you went through. And all I'm just getting for a lot of you guys is there's so much balance that's going to come in. Like it might feel chaotic right now, but things are going to balance out. Things are going to be so fucking normal. It's going to be boring. Like not boring, but you know what I mean? Like where you're just, like things are just going to be calm and you're going to be like, oh, I didn't even know I could ever be in this place. I didn't know I could be in this place of like peace and centeredness and calmness and stuff like that. So like in a way that you probably never imagined. So I think that's awesome. 5 of Gabriel, this card was just like coming out as I was lifting it. And if you notice the puzzle pieces again. A challenge you can resolve, withdraw from drama of others, have patience with yourself and those around you. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly, this was longer than I planned on, but hopefully you guys got the messages you needed. I'm gonna really quickly pull from here. No, I'm not taking all those. All right, like 3. Okay, I guess we'll get 4 more. because they're like popping the fuck out. Okay, we have pick up a book you've been wanting to read and enjoy your time reading it. So there might be some messages in it for you. I actually just bought a book and I just got it in yesterday. What the fuck's it called? It's by Young Pueblo. Young Pueblo, I think his name is. It's like a whatever, like writer name. It's not his real name. It means like young people or something, I think. What the hell is the fucking book? It's like a blue book. I don't know. I forgot the name of it. But it has like a lot of like spiritual messages and stuff. And I didn't even read all of it. I read a few pages and it's funny as shit. Cause I was like, I got the book and I was like, all right, what do I need to know? And I opened to a page and I read it and I'm like, interesting. And then so I go to another page and I read like a few pages and I'm like, okay, probably needed this. And then today I actually went and they told me a specific page number to go and I started reading it and then I went and it was the same exact message. It was like the page before that, same exact message from yesterday. And it was just like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't fully understand the message, but I know I needed to hear it. So anyway, yeah, there might be some messages in it for you, or it could just be, you know, relaxing and zenning out and like calming down and just, you know, zoning out the world. Good changes are coming your way very soon. The answer you're looking for is yes. Make yourself a nice romantic dinner and romance yourself. This one's super important. Pay attention to the signs, the numbers, animals, and songs your guides are giving you messages. I told you guys that earlier. Really strongly, they are giving you messages. Your angels and spirit guides are watching over you. You are safe and